Hey y'all, Farmer Dre back at it. It's another beautiful hot day on the farm. Summer is here. It's gonna be hot and humid like this for pretty much the rest of the summer, but today it's nice and dry and we're gonna go ahead and work up some soil. For the past couple of days it hasn't been raining here, and actually for the past since Saturday. Our last rain was on Saturday. Today is Thursday, and soil is drying up pretty quickly. I mean, with this hot, sunny, and humid days, the soil is drying up pretty quick. And I want to go ahead and show you guys, we did get a new piece of equipment. I bought a chisel plow here. It's a little old one, it's a little used, but for how much dirt and stuff we work up, this is exactly what we needed. So it's a 10-foot chisel plow, and it's used, it's old, but it does rip up the soil real nice and really good. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it works and then what I think about it. We do have a moldboard plow, a 3-bottom plow that I've used in the past. And the thing about a plow is it just takes forever because you only have 3 bottoms there. With this thing, 10-foot passes. So I'm working up the cantaloupe field in the back, and I want to show you guys that. I worked up some pasture that was pasture, now it's just tilled up. And I also did the rest of the vegetable patch there. So I want to go ahead and show you guys the difference between just a regular pasture, a patch there that we put the moldboard plow through, and just some wooded area that we're working up here. But before we start, I gotta fix the grapple here, just because Isaac was taking out some branches and stuff that I was plowing up there, and he broke a fitting here. So let's go ahead and fix this grappler right here. So what had happened, he was carrying logs and rocks up, because this is a rock bucket grappler, and the fitting that goes from right here, from that hose up into there, he hit it and then it busted off. So I just got back from town and got this little piece here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on there and connect it back so I can send him back to work so that he could get the rest of that finished by the time I show you guys and finish chisel plowing what I gotta do there. So yeah, just this fitting is snapped off from over there. This is a brand new one here. So let's put it back on. Alrighty, so I don't need to put any Teflon or anything like that, just because it already has, let me get down here. It already has the O-ring there. Man, it seems kind of a pain. There we go. Get on there nicely one more time, as tight as possibly can be. Then we just tighten this washer there. Get our fancy channel locks here. Just like that, we are good to go. I'm going to connect this grapple here and finish it off nicely. But we got the moldboard plow in here. I showed you guys in one of my last videos here that we were welding here, but we were working and it snapped off there. So we gotta get Isaac to finish welding that. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump the skis here, connect it, make sure it works nice. So let's see here. Oh, we're golden. Oh yeah. Working nicely. Alrighty, so I'm out here next to the high tunnels where we have the field tomatoes planted, and there's other few rows here that are disked. And if you guys remember, not disked, the rows that I planted here. So we planted zucchini, squash, cucumbers, and eggplants over here. When was it? A couple weeks ago. We got a couple more rows here to plant. All the plants are in the greenhouse, so we still got to plant them. I got to come through here and mow the grass in between the rows here. But if you guys remember, I did deep plow this a while back, and I disked it nicely, and then we didn't lay the plastic just because the soil conditions are too wet. So now with that chisel plow, just been running across here. And just to FYI, if you guys ever want to chisel plow anything, make sure that your area is much bigger than 110 foot or however much is over here, because it's a pain, because the tractor doesn't even get to going good, and boom, you're already at the end of the road there, so you got to turn around. But this soil here, I just chisel plowed it. There was a bunch of weeds here that grew, so I came through here and killed it off, and then I chisel plowed it, and that's all I did. I haven't even come through and disked, but you could tell if it's nice soft soil and it's already been deep ripped, it's ready to go. So this soil right here is, I'm gonna come through with the disc, kind of smoothing everything out, but it is ready to be ladled plastic. As you can tell, it's nice and fluffy, nice and ready to go. So that's the beautiful part of that chisel plow. Comes through and rips everything nicely. Got to come through and make a couple passes with the disc, come through with the rock bucket, pick up some of these bigger rocks here, and we should be golden to lay plastic. The goal, I'll send to Isaac, we're gonna try to get everything ready to go right now, or today until dark, and then tomorrow morning hopefully we'll wake up and start laying plastic here and in the back there, where we want to plant those cantaloupes down there. So it's gonna be a long day of laying plastic tomorrow. I'm not gonna make such a big bed. I'm gonna probably make a 4 to maybe it's 1 or 2 or maybe 3 inch raised bed. I don't want to make a big bed just because, I mean, we don't need it. It's not the strawberries. We don't really need it to be that high up in the ground. So just a one pass. We're not even gonna make the beds or anything like that. Just one pass, lay the plastic drip tape and make it easier for us. So that's the plan and the goal. But let me go ahead and jump in the tractor and we'll head back there and start chisel plowing. All right, so heading out to the field, the tractor here. Thankfully our tractor has AC here and a cab, just because if not, I'll get full of dust and I'm all sweaty, so now it wouldn't be a nice picture. Over here, as you can see here, this was just pasture. I'll get out and show you guys the difference, but this is only a few passes here with the chisel plow. I should have come through here and tried to kill off that grass just so you could break up those clumps. Them grass clumps are pretty hard to take apart. This has been pasture here for the past 50 years. I mean, it's always probably even longer than that. It's never been cultivated, never been plowed, never been disked. There used to be a few trees here we pushed down a while back, and now this chisel plow is bringing up a lot of those roots and whatnot. But yeah, chisel plowing is fastest and most efficient way to go. A lot of grass clumps still in here. I have to wait until those die off. So I'd recommend killing it off first, and then come through and try to disc it up, and it'll work up nicely. This is how it is, and this is how it was right here. So we have a nice field, and the chisel plow came through here, ripped up everything nicely, let that grass kind of die off, and then we'll come back. So from pasture to tilled up ground, works pretty good. Over there in that area, I'm gonna go ahead and plant our sunflowers. I want to do quite a bit of sunflowers this year, just to try it out for the first time. Probably that's right under a half acre, I believe, over there. So a half acre sunflowers. There, that's our strawberry field, and over here is just empty pasture. So I called this morning and I ordered our plugs for next year. And the way we're gonna do things, we're gonna space things out a little more for this fall. So we're gonna need this whole entire top of the hill here. There's probably another acre of land here, and we're gonna do that. So I ordered a total of 40,000 plants. So it's a little more than what we did this year. So hopefully it's enough for us to sell. So you picked up really well for us this year on the strawberries. As you can tell here, the rows are still, I haven't came through here and done anything yet. The plastic is still there, the plants are still growing. So this is how it looks right now. Come through here, kill this off, pull up everything, get it ready for next year. And technically with strawberries, it's much healthier for the soil to crop rotate and to plant something in that, but we're slowly kind of getting landlocked here, and we don't have much space to do that, the crop rotation. So I guess we're gonna be growing strawberries in the same location again this year. So I have a little bit of a pigweed issue, some thistle, all kinds of problems. But season's over, nobody has been out back here in a while, so I don't expect it to be nice and pretty. So back here, back at the snow bluff there, top of the hill here, we are, or Isaac's right there, he's picking up stumps and whatnot. And I worked this up with this chisel plow. I'm gonna go ahead and continue working up here and make sure that the soil's not ready to go. There's a lot more work here because this used to be all wooded area. Those are some of the trees that down there that were pushed over and just pushed down the valley there. So yeah, I gotta work this up pretty heavily, bring the disc out here, and like I said, hopefully tomorrow we can start laying plastic. The soil is really dry right now, so as long as the soil flows really well, then we should be able to start laying plastic pretty quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and start working this up here and see what kind of damage we can do. enjoyed the dusty ride there, but I got everything chisel plowed here pretty quickly. And now I'm gonna go ahead and connect our disc. Come through your disc nicely. It's getting pretty much ready to go. In some areas, the soil's looking really, really, really nice. So that's what I like to see. And once the soil's ready, ready to go, we'll go ahead and start laying plastic. So that's the idea on the plan, is to get that going. It's a lot more work working up soil that has never been under production. If it's been wooded for the past, who knows how long, it takes a long time for the to get everything going, everything, you know, dialed in nicely. But then next year, whenever we come through here and work up the soil again, it's going to be a whole lot easier. You got a bunch of nice fluffy soil, don't need to clean up as much. So just part of the process of turning some kind of neglected land under production. Alright, so after I connected the disc, I had to come in the store there and drink some water, cool off a bit, park the tractor in the shade, let it cool off here, turn it off. I mean, it's 93 degrees right now currently. In the shade it feels nice, but out in the field working out there, it gets pretty mucky pretty fast. You start sweating. This is our nice 11-foot disc here. Works pretty good. I just need to learn how to put these things on better, because last year both of these bolts snapped in here and I just welded them on in there, but I need to find new shafts and make a nice thread and do it that way better. We're better off doing it that way than I am now. But anyways, it works, gets the job done. That's all that matters. Out here starting discing, and Isaac is still out here. He's found a tree trunk or something. He's trying to dig up here. So this is the problem right here. We have a bunch of this small wood. The mulch layer won't affect it much, but some of that bigger stuff that's buried will do some damage. But I'm out here disking. This soil is real nice conditions, other than the small pieces of wood which we could deal with for the small pieces. Just trying to get the bigger pieces out of here. So the soil is actually really nice for being in forest for so long and a wooded area for so long. So it's not too terribly bad. So this disc is working up nicely here. I want to see if Isaac wants to swap jobs here, send the AC tractor by the time I do the cleaning up here real quick.
Farm Dre just gave me the camera here and told me to end off the video for a day. So you can see here I kind of blew the bolt there, you know. We got to come back tomorrow and fix it up before we go back at it again. So I guess end the video here. Y'all have a good day. Make sure to subscribe and like the video if y'all liked it. Y'all have a good day.